Starting screen is on. Hey, yeah, Discord can stay open. Yes, facts. Actual factuals. That's actual factuals. Yep. All right, let me post the video. Yeah, facts. All right, cool. I'm just supposed to be live everywhere. Facts. We going live screen right now.
Oh, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna open the
Yeah.
Twitch chat.
I'm trying to learn.
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn. Trying to learn.
All right, back. All right, bet we here. We here.
Oh
Trying
yeah,
to learn.
we are here's.
Log into Twitch. That is what I'm doing. Oh my god, I gotta do
What's
this.
good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good?
I don't know.
Chat, what's going on? We're gonna wait till a few more people
Eh,
get up in here, you know what I'm saying?
Facts. McShivvy, what's up?
Cuzzo, what's good, bruh? That's my actual cousin, like my blood cousin.
What's up, cuz? Not type gang shit, but like actual family, cuz.
Yeah, actual family cuz, you know what I mean? Lex, what's good, bro?
We not the
What's the
Crips.
word? What's the word, my brother Lex, man? The man with the hands, man.
Nigga be working on shit. That nigga is a
Hell
worker,
yeah.
but not the bad type of worker.
I don't
The
know if
type
you
of
met Colton. You might have met Colton. You might have met Colton. Colton's been around forever. So you might have met Colton back in the day when you came around a few times.
yeah. I didn't have hair back then. Like I always had like fades, nigga, or Caesars.
Yep.
One of my favorite tweets ever is nigga Caesar got the best haircut and salad. I know he got hoes.
No, he did though. Jay Lenz, what's good, my bro?
Yeah,
Welcome.
my boy Jay Lenz.
Welcome, my brother Jay Lenz.
Your super T came in. Let's get it. I also got another super T-shirt. I'll be wilding. I'll be doing too much. But I think I have like almost every super T-shirt. Almost everyone. But I like shit like that. Like my
Yeah,
nigga, like
facts.
if I could buy shit like that from my homies, like that's lit.
Yeah, I did. He came through when we was recording one time.
Oh, I was there. Okay.
Yeah, you met him too, Palm. He came through when we was recording the podcast one day at the crib.
Oh, this your cousin that be cooking.
Yes.
This is a cousin. Is this your cousin that came through with the shorty, or
Yes.
it's
Nah,
different?
nah. That's a different one. Remember the other
Okay.
one? He was by himself.
That be cooking.
Yeah, he be cooking, man. That's him. That's him.
Chef Cuz.
You know the vibe, Chef Kazi. Oh, good looks on the gifted sub to my man, to my cousin. Oh, bro, good looks, huh? That's love right there. My man got the sub. Gang. All right, let's get this hate chant popping and let's get this going. Whoever's here is whoever's here. We gave them, you know what I'm saying, some good time. I mean, let's get this hate chant popping. Hey. Hear ye, haters now in session. You are now rocking with the finest, the most luxurious, the most notorious, the most scrumptious haters you ever seen in your cotton picking life. And as usual, we are in our individual haters den. And we rocking, man. Shout out to MH Apparel. My man Ag was supposed to be on today, who's the owner of MH Apparel, who we've been promoting the whole time he's been locked down. So we're gonna get him up here soon though. Shout out to MH Apparel. Shout out to Find Love Soon. Who I'm forgetting, Colton.
Hustle with a goal. Potluck crew. Super Black Coat.
That's a fact.
And just buy black, man. Everybody get find some black people that do some black shit, and then cop it when they have the good customer service and shit.
That's a fact. Yo, I love this little incense coming through the screen right now.
Yo, that's a fact. I see some young boys training dogs on my block today.
That's fire.
It's a good thing.
Two young homies and shit.
That's
I got
fire.
some number. I was like, yeah, when I get my dog, bro, you gonna train him.
Yeah, that's fire.
Because I see you working out.
Actually send me his info. I got a dog for them to train, matter of fact.
I got you. I'll take a screenshot of that shit and send it to you right now.
Yes, sir. I need that. Yo, Sammy, thank you for the bits. Sammy, thank you for the bits. All right, let's get into these hater names, man. Palm, who you today? Since you on top? No Bruno.
Pause.
I said no Bruno, man.
Today I'm gonna be Joe Budden yelling at empty space.
Yeah, no doubt, Cuzzy. All right, Joe Budden yelling at empty space. I like that. Colton, who you rocking with today?
I'm Joe Biden. Uh, I don't think I could do that.
Hmm.
That's just
I
my
don't,
phrase.
I don't think I could do that.
Um,
I don't think I could do that.
Today I'm going to be why ain't black people solving our socioeconomic problems?
Oh,
I'm
that's
gonna
a
be
good
that.
one.
I'm gonna be
That's a
that.
good one.
That's gonna be my hidden name for today.
Did
That's
you
my
see
hidden name
that
for today.
TikTok? Did you see the TikTok where the guy was like, POV, you're a black person walking in while other POCs are yelling at you to fix their problems, and the nigga like walks into the room, and then
Yes.
and then the person like he's just yelling like, "Oh, where are the blackies when we need them? They're really quiet now after we hit them in June. I guess only Black Lives Matter." He was like, "Yo, what the fuck? I just got here." Like, that's how it is. So that's a good name.
It is. It is. It is. What we talking about first, man? Oh, let's get into this the history of this Palestine Israel conflict. So the people know what's going on before we just jump into the conversation.
Yeah, facts, facts,
Um,
facts, facts. You could actually click on the square to make it bigger
just did.
so
We
that they can
live.
fucking see. Um, wait, is it moving for them?
Yeah, it's moving.
They can see it.
Yeah, they can see
Mhm.
it.
All right, bet.
Right after World War II, many countries wanted to give the Jewish people a homeland.
Israel was in charge of a piece of landscape called Palestine. Since there was already many Jewish people living in Palestine, it seemed like a good place. Okay. In 1947, the United Nations created a plan to give Israel 55% of the land and the other 45%. Israel was created. Another thought the plan was unfair, was attacked by the surrounding Arab countries. Israel won and took control of the Palestinian land. Fuck. Palestinians have a point.
Yeah.
Like they were there first. Like that was literally their land. Damn.
Okay.
Yep.
There you go. There you go. So that's what's going on in this Israel and Palestine conflict, man. And we wanted to play that so everybody at least has some context about what's going on because it is a very complex issue. And we have to be
Yeah.
very careful with the language that we're used. So I wanted to correct some language that I seen in the video. They said that Palestinians use terrorism to send a message, and that Israeli responded in military force. Palestine also went on offense using their military force. It's not terrorism to defend yourself and try to take back your land. So I wanted
Yeah.
to correct that language in there, and I don't think it was done intentionally in that because I think that was a pretty objective video throughout.
Of
I
course.
just think that's naturally how it happens, where it's like the offending party takes it to a next level, and it's like, oh, that's terrorism, and it's not terrorism. It's a natural response to violence. So just wanted to point that out, man. And what we're
Yeah.
seeing today is a continuation of that.
Yeah. It just feels like if you watch that video and kind of understand what actually happened, is people lived in a place, then a gigantic force of different nations came to your place and said, listen, now y'all only own 45% of this place.
Yeah.
And these other people who are misplaced, and they definitely do deserve a homeland too,
Yes.
they get 55%, which doesn't really seem fair. Like,
The deserving a homeland thing is kind of weird to me
Right.
because
yeah,
they are people. Yes, they weren't Israelis before the situation. They were
Right.
just Jewish people.
Right.
A set of people from a place that practice a religion.
Mm-hmm.
Why couldn't they just be Jewish people in Palestine?
Right.
yeah, but that was where they didn't want that. They wanted
Yeah.
to have their own shit,
Which
which
is
is like we've seen them literally get
That is
55.
very Karen.
It's pretty crazy that they got 55%, right? The people who actually are native people there
mm-hmm.
wanted to fight back, and then they call it terrorism, which I think is like almost the same shit as Manifest Destiny, what America did.
Mm-hmm.
They actually fought back. They just lost because
Right.
Of
the
course,
Israelis were backed by the superpowers and the
Yep.
Palestinians
of
were
course.
backed by themselves.
Yes. Exactly. Exactly.
Let me
So,
hit you with probably some little faxy.
all right, cool. Yeah, you could do that.
You know what? Why that little video made me think though?
What's
It made
up?
me think about terrorism as a whole.
Uh-huh.
I feel like all terrorism stems from 1948.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Once
Yep.
the UN got made to establish that the United States technically was a superpower
Uh-huh.
because they decided we were all allies, and in the United States we have all the weapons and all the nuclear shit, so they're just like, we need these niggas to be in power so that we can all technically live peacefully.
And here's the
And
other
like,
part that's very important, the religious aspect. If you look around the Middle East, most Muslim nations are under attack. You know what I'm saying?
all the time,
By Jewish forces or whatever forces.
or
Whoever
Christian.
the yeah, Christian forces, their Muslims are constantly under attack in the Middle East. So what they're calling terrorism is a response to decades of violence.
Well, it's a
Um
response to the Crusades that still happen to this day.
Right. That's still happening to this day. The Crusades never stopped. They're still trying to wipe out Muslims and take out that land. So you
I
have to
mean,
understand that it's not only just like a land war, it's a religious war, and it's something that like you said, you'd never know how personal it is until sometimes it affects you personally. And until I became Muslim and seeing um how Muslim people are treated in America that don't look like me because they're not black and they look Muslim.
yeah.
Um, there's been, you know what I'm saying, a more of a connection to me with this issue, especially within the Middle East, because it's deeper than, you know what I'm saying, rap. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
it's deeper than rap because you have to ask, why are all the Muslim countries under attack? You know what I'm saying? Why is that? You know what I mean? You
Because
have to ask those questions.
they technically want to, and not only is it religious, but it's also political, and we could
Yep.
see that from like when a country invades somewhere and then they just want to change their whole system of how they worked before. So now it's
Colonizing.
just like, we want to pull up and now we want y'all to go and vote and register to vote, and it's like that probably wasn't the system that they used before.
Right.
And like, I'm not saying their systems were flawless and fucking perfect,
Mm-hmm.
but also, if you have a system that's not flawless and perfect, why would you come through and tell them what they're doing is wrong and implement your system when it could still be manipulated in a crazy fucking way?
Right.
And
Right.
a lot of the times that's why, like, and this is a real quote. Israeli forces said they will not stop dropping bombs until Palestine is silent.
Mm-hmm.
And for you to say that, like, that's like a big, almost like religious, political, like just universal, like, we don't fuck with you type of statement.
It's genocide. It's
Yeah.
an admission to
Those
genocide.
Those ain't poor nigga bombs. I'm gonna tell you that much.
Nope.
Exactly. Those is bombs that's worth
Nigga bombs.
while we
Those
was
is
getting while
those
we
is
was
big $100 million bombs.
Yep.
$500 million bombs while we was getting $600 everybody as a people in the country. The same bill that we got the stimulus from is the same bill we gave the Israeli forces $500 million for them to strengthen their missile defenses is what they're using right now. So we're funding their fucked up motives.
Yep. So when people are now saying, "Oh, how can Joe Biden do this?" We've like Trump has said it. We've said it on numerous occasions. Not that we are in any authority, but you got to understand that this has been in play for a long time,
Very
and
long.
a lot of people got blinded by the lesser evil thing when we've been saying it doesn't matter. They all are puppets to
Yeah.
a larger system that has nothing to do with the people. It's bigger than us because we didn't even have a say so in giving Israeli forces $500 million, and that comes out of our taxes.
Our
So
taxes.
you can't sit here and even play moral high ground as Americans because we're allowing America to use our ignorance to fund actual terrorism. The actual terrorism, which is forces that are going on a fence to attack other lands, bro. And it's fucked up. It's fucked
Not
up.
only other lands, but literally attacking indigenous people, which
Mm-hmm.
is fucking crazy because at the end of the day, I've realized the propaganda between Israel and Palestine is so heavy
Mm-hmm.
that people forget the people in Israel are not from there. You get what I'm saying? They got massacred. Like they literally got fucked up shit happen to them for
Yep.
them to have to relocate over there. And for y'all to turn around and basically do the same shit that kind of happened to y'all to these people is like,
God
come on,
damn
man.
it. Is Joe Budden Israeli?
Oh my god, I'm dying. Chill, 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 chill. We're gonna get to that later. But
Is
let's move
Parks
on.
is Parks technically Joe Biden?
He is. He is. He is Joe Biden. He is.
Maul and Rory Palestinians?
Yo,
Yeah, bro.
we
Fuck.
figured it out.
We
We
figured it
figured it
out.
out.
Damn it.
Yo, but speaking of lugs, man, bringing that back. Speaking of lugs,
No. Yeah. We not finished with
nah.
them niggas.
But like
You
speaking
know,
of lugs, like the
I'm
Biden
gonna say
regret.
some shit. I'm gonna say
That.
it when we go off air because I can't say it on air.
Oh yeah, true. TOS.
Because the Israelis are them.
Yes.
So
Them
we
people
cannot
be, yeah, them people be watching.
cannot speak about them like that.
That's a fact. But
Small cap.
yeah.
Small cap.
Speaking
Small
of
cap.
lugs,
That big cap.
speaking of
Small
speaking
cap
of
and a big cap.
small cap and big cap. But speaking of lugs, I have been seeing a lot of voting for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris regret.
Yes.
I'm not gonna be the nigga that comes into y'all faces and say niggas told you so since the fucking beginning, right? Because I've also tweeted sometimes niggas be right, but at what cost? Because like now the niggas here. Like it's not like one of those things where we could be like, oh, he fucked up, we can get him the fuck out of here. No, it's not that easy.
No. It's not that easy.
The
It's not even.
Biden, it's never that easy. And the
Never.
Biden regret is so delicious. But at the same time, it sucks. Because like we told y'all there were better options. We told y'all there were lesser of two evils thing means that I have to choose between Freddy or Jason. And why the fuck would those be my two options if those like why the fuck would I let those be my two final options? If
Right.
I had like get an ice cream sundae or a fucking nice old man that yells sometimes. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like why would I pick that nigga? Like so the Biden regret is as delicious as it would have been to a younger me,
Mm-hmm.
to the older me. This shit sucks. But I just need niggas to now pay attention to the important things. The people around you, your community, local elections, nigga, like electing shit about like the police and shit. Like when you go to vote, nigga, you gotta vote about the shit that's happening in your community.
Like
Care
now.
about that. Like now. Care about that before you say in the next 4 years, we can get somebody else. Because
Like,
that shit,
no, we
nigga, in the
can't
next
keep
four
doing that.
years, no. In the next 4 years, guess what's gonna happen? The same shit that's happening now. Chicken shortage, gas shortage, like all this bullshit that's happening to people. Niggas gotta pay taxes back for free money. Shit is crazy.
Right.
Like life is wild. And that's how I go. But like it shouldn't go like that. And we gotta start from our communities and the people around us and move up, nigga. And like honestly, I'm gonna say this, and it might be controversial, but fuck what them higher up niggas is doing because they gonna keep doing it regardless.
It's
Fuck
true.
them. Fuck them. Do what you have to do.
Yep.
I am never
Um,
pro higher ups. That's
yeah,
it.
fam.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you. Like you said, like there's nothing to feel good about being right about within this. And like Boogie Down Lex like said in the chat, I think we as a people need to really understand the word propaganda because that's really what it is. What this is people under is people finally waking up out of the propaganda haze. It's like we say we don't trust the system and then take the system at its word. And it's like, yeah, this is what we got to do. And it's like, no, no, no. We can say up here and say I told you so or whatever the case may be, but our job here is to educate. So the fact that now is we're seeing a regret is like, okay, we didn't do our jobs as best as we could have. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? And that's the facts of the matter because now we have to say, okay, forget I told you so, but how do we now turn this into anything that's actionable for
Facts.
our future in terms of how we operate within this political realm in America as black people? So it's not enough to say, oh, we regret this because we have to understand the grave mistakes we make. People actually pay for it. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like for
All those
people to say
people.
Joe Biden was the lesser of an evil was so crazy to say because as somebody that's part of the crime bill and understanding the numbers after that and how many black men and women we've lost to the prison system because of that bill and to say that he's a lesser evil when he's already committed the evil was crazy to me. You feel what I'm saying? So
It
we
is
have to
mad
be
crazy.
very careful with what we digest in terms of the media and what everybody's saying. What everybody's saying is almost 99.8% wrong because not everybody knows what's going on. So if it's a mass opinion, 9 out of 10 times it's wrong because the masses are uninformed. So if your opinion aligns with the masses, strictly with the masses, and there's no critical thought of your own within that, you really have to check yourself because then you're just going to be perpetuating the what's already out there. There's no people get mad. Oh, everybody's saying the same things and doing the same things. Da-da-da. That's what's making you happy. That's what you want. That's what's making you comfortable. Anytime somebody says out anything outside of that, you get upset. So now we have to really, really look at ourselves and say, okay, we've really been sipping the Kool-Aid, although we've been saying, nah, we haven't been sipping the Kool-Aid. You feel me? Like, there's
Ah,
no
yes,
feel
fact.
good within this. There's just what do we do from here in terms of moving smarter now? I don't know.
The only shit that sucks about this Joe Biden shit is that like he technically pulled back on everything that he said, right?
Right.
Where niggas said that if you know the history of politicians,
Exactly, Lex.
you know that history repeats itself. You know that they're gonna say what sounds hot, and then when it comes to that time, they're gonna tell us it takes time, and then it's never gonna happen.
Right.
So like, here's an example, right? If you don't vote for me, you're not black. You didn't really do nothing for black people. Here's another example. Told all the illegal immigrants to come. We got you. We got you. Got them niggas in the
Hold it
detention
down. I'm gonna
camps.
be right back, y'all.
Got them niggas in the detention camps. The same shits that Obama and Trump had niggas in. It's just like, my nigga, like if you're gonna like literally pretend like you care, do the bare minimum. And I feel like he hasn't even done the bare minimum when it comes to like this political shit. And niggas will tell me if I'm wrong, but the way that niggas are regretting voting for him and Kamala, I know I'm not wrong. I know that niggas is not wrong. I know that we was telling y'all that there was way better options when it came to it. So it is hard to be like, um, yeah, we right, but do this and like it go on deaf ears at the time. But like at now, like if we could tell y'all, like my nigga, yeah, like he fucks up. He's not probably gonna do anything like that. So care about your community, nigga. Care about like the actual local politicians. Actually put your people in the office and positions in the local politicians.
Fact,
Niggas don't even
bro.
go to community meetings, bro. Like go to your community meetings and see what the fuck is going on with your community. Like we have to do those small things to actually make the niggas at the top see that, oh shit, these people actually fucking care, so maybe we should listen to them. And then at the end of the day, they're probably not really gonna listen to us, but we know what we gotta do, and niggas already talked about what we have to actually do. So, how you feeling?
Y'all niggas is right, man. There's nothing to feel happy about when niggas made a grave mistake like this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, niggas can say I told you so, but it's really just like Smith said, man. Where do we go from here?
Facts. And what do you think is where do we go from here? What is one of your like where do we go from here like opinions for the people that like are now for real feeling the regret and then they want to move forward from this.
Um, like really fucking really do the education
Mm-hmm.
on these niggas. Like, don't just be like Smith said. You could tell a lot of niggas was actually sipping the Kool Aid when they was fronting like they wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They was rusty on the bench with the Kool Aid. So like niggas just gotta get right, man. So,
That's it.
when niggas seem like they're going against the grain and being super outside the box. Sometimes that's where the box is supposed to be at.
Yep. Yep.
Sometimes here's a to build on that quote. I feel like niggas gotta realize we all have our own fucking boxes, nigga.
Yep.
Like when we
Fact.
all join up, nigga, we making a fort, nigga. Of course we looking outside the box because we in our fucking quadrant.
Right.
You
What is this
facts.
nigga talking about? Like, and I feel like when a lot of people be like, oh, y'all love that out the box talk. Y'all always want to be from outside and blah blah blah. And I just be like, at the end of the day, bro, niggas say question everything, and I believe that that's a real thing. Like, you
Yeah.
should actually have to question everything, only because like the one universal fact that I believe is that niggas can only control their own perception of what they believe the world is.
Yeah.
So you have to question things to understand where other people are coming from. And
That's
some people
facts.
are scared to do that. Like some
Yeah.
people are scared to see where people are coming from because they'll either not be liked or
It'll prove how like they're already they're biased already. You know what I
oh
mean?
their
Like,
ego. Yeah, their
yeah.
ego is so high that they just believe everything they say is fucking right.
Right.
And I
Right.
had to learn that because I was getting to a point where I was just like, no, I'm right. And like even like me saying like I be right, but like what's at what cost?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a real thing. Like sometimes like you can know you're right like 90% of the time. It don't matter. Shit's just not probably gonna get better in that situation because
Yep.
that's just how things work. That's just how the world works.
Yep. It's
But
facts.
yeah, Trey, like I asked Palm, like what do you
Uh.
think your steps are after this? Like, since we're not being on the what niggas thought we were regularly, just us condescending people. Like, what
Um.
is the next step?
I actually want you guys to give
Well, the
me
immediate next step.
for me, I like to look at this from what can I do? You know what I mean? I think I take on that step. Like, what if I knew what steps didn't I take to inform? You know what I'm saying? So now, like I said, I really want y'all to hold me accountable for this. Like the next time, I really want to put myself out there in terms of like really covering this stuff and not just making tweets about it, but like videos and things of that nature to where I'm actually taking, the education to another level and trying to reach more people because I think instead of being so judgmental about people, again, I gotta put the onus on myself and say, okay, what can I do more that'll be helpful for the future? You know what I'm saying? Just for me. So that's where I'm at with it. Just like, all right, cool. Me being this condescending before, now I have to atone. So this is me saying, okay, even though they should have listened, I still have to deliver this in a way that they can receive it. So atoning for my sins and delivering a message and trying to put my best foot forward the next time this comes around. Pretty much, that's what I'm gonna work on.
That's what's up. I fuck with that, and I definitely agree with that 1000%.
Hmm.
Like, I feel like everything I do, I try to be as intentional as possible. As
Right.
much as I try to have fun with it and like be goofy and curse and say all types of crazy shit. Like at the end of the day, like when I talk to people, especially my people, I want them to know that like you're loved, you're cared for, like
Hmm.
you are an important person. You could
Hmm.
learn more at any moment. A lot of
Hmm.
situations that end up shitty will pass.
Hmm.
A lot of them. A lot of them, most of them. Just keep the strength up, man. Like
Yeah.
basically, like and then care about your community and care about the people around you. That's basically all I say. And know the people around you and communicate effectively.
Yes, and that's I'll jump in on that real quick. You said something important, which is know your community. I think again that's the again we have to start taking some individual onus on what we're contributing to our community. You know what I mean? So,
Mhm.
like we said, we can get very all right. So if voting not the trick, what is it? And it's like what are we doing for the people around us? What can you do more for the people around you and start there? Because as we can see, we got 3 more years of this dude who clearly doesn't have any plans to do right. So we have to really do for ourselves as you know what I'm saying, as black people, because if we don't, then we're gonna after his we don't have no more chances. Like I don't mean to
Yeah,
get cryptic, like we don't have any more chances. We don't
at
have any
all.
more time as black people to continuously be duped by something that clearly shows they don't rock with us. And we keep
Not,
allowing that to happen.
I don't want to cut you off, but just to tell you right now, this is a trajectory of where the country's going to go in the next 3 years when there's presidential time.
Hmm.
The number one person that everyone thinks is going to be president is Kamala Harris.
Yep.
The second person is Donald Trump. This is our future, and we have to be very serious about it. So yeah, continue.
Yeah, no, you nailed it. Like with the choices that we have coming up, we can't we again, I don't mean to get cryptic, but we don't have no more chances. And if you look at the state of this planet and the state of everything, whether it be the sea life, the environment, everything is going to shit. As black people, we have to start taking this shit a lot more seriously and not keep perpetuating the problem, be part of these solutions because we can't do much, but we can do better as people. We have not been taking the onus of taking care of this planet as black people as we supposed to
Yeah,
because we're so worried about everything else. And the only way that starts is with the individual work because you have to know you to know what you're supposed to do, what your purpose is, and what you're put here to do. So start there, man. Start there.
Shit, man, I can't lie to you, man. Like the planet part, shit.
yeah, we fucked,
I
man.
don't,
You
I don't
feel me?
know. I don't know if there's a turnaround for
It's
that
not. It's
motherfucker.
not
It's not.
irreversible.
It's
That's
not
like a thing.
irreversible.
Like it's just gonna
Have
end
y'all
at some
seen the
point.
Not, it's
Seaspiracy
not
doc at all?
irreversible. I seen half of it and I read. I was up on most of that information
Yeah, because
already.
you like the sharks and stuff, because
Um,
you be putting me on.
I already.
but
Yeah,
like that great garbage patch in
Yeah.
the Pacific
it's
and shit like
crazy.
that. Like shit like that, like
Irreversible.
that. These are all problems that almost everybody that is a part of the 1% of the world easily solve.
Yep.
Easily. That
Yep.
great the great garbage patch alone, that is simply a problem that a check,
Can I add a
one
fact?
check.
Can I add a fact to back your point up even more?
Yeah.
It costs 350 what billion to do what they're doing that's fucking up the seas, and they say it'll cost 300 billion to solve world hunger. So that should really tell you, like,
CEOs
Mind
get paid
you,
320 times more than their workers.
and mind you, people
Uh,
really gotta understand those numbers sound big. Those numbers
yeah,
sound humongous. But the 1%, those Forbes lists of people that we see, and I'm not talking about those rapper lists or entertainer lists or athlete lists. I'm talking about that Forbes list of the really rich people,
mm-hmm,
Mark Zuckerbergs of the world, the Bill Gates, them niggas could save the world at a moment's notice.
yep,
This is not niggas spending other niggas' money. This is niggas who claim they trying to save the world and they own little stupid ass ways and shit like that.
mm-hmm.
All y'all niggas got to do is come together, put y'all money together, and there's shit that could solve. There's some
you want
fucking
to?
big ass. There's some big ass monster truck water machines
Yep,
that they got in oh man, I want to say in South Korea they had I seen these machines being used, and they
yeah,
just literally are on the surface of the water and they eat garbage. You can put a bunch of those in that garbage patch and that shit is gone in a day.
Yo, bro, I just looked it up. The top 1% of Americans have a combined net worth of $34 trillion.
You telling me they can't give up 300 billion?
600 billion to
but
stop
why
two
should
problems.
but why should they? That's their money. You know how Americans think, and this is why it's like these
It's not only
conversations
even
are so
only,
futile.
and that's yeah. This is only America. That's only
First of all,
America. That's not
I
like
want people I
all
want
the
people to
trillionaires.
understand one of those problems is not a personal problem.
Mm-hmm.
Like say homelessness, even though these problems aren't really personal. Like,
Right.
but people can look at them as personal problems. What's going on with the planet, like our ecosystem and shit like that, that shit is an us problem. Like
Yep.
all of us,
Yeah,
every
all of
single
us.
one of us has to do our part. And the craziest shit about it is we all can do our part. And if those people with the money still don't do theirs, everything we do
It's a
is
wrap.
kind of
It's
futile.
futile. Yeah, it's always futile because,
Yep.
like, the rich people don't give a fuck about the shit. Also, fun fact: the bottom 50% of the population holds a combined. Guess if the top 1% in America holds $34.2 trillion, how much y'all think the bottom 50% holds combined?
Mm-hmm.
$7 billion.
That's kind of way low.
That's low.
Yeah, it's low.
Nigga,
What would
listen,
you think, Trey?
I thought the bottom half was broke, nigga. Shit.
I don't know. It's in the billions.
It's in the trillions.
Okay.
But it's the bottom half of 50% of like just all Americans. It is $2.1 trillion. The bottom half of
That is
50%.
in real life though. That's nothing.
But
Compared
that's
to
what I'm saying. Like if
34
you if
trillion.
you take the number, I'm gonna find the number of okay, 50% of America, right? And what's the number of 50% of America?
It's
That's
oh
like
they almost own
160
what?
something million. 150 something, 160 million.
You right, Lex.
Population.
God give me this didn't give me this beautiful place to fuck it up. That's a fact. And we've been fucking up the environment, the seas,
Okay.
because and you
So
know why Palm says it's an us individual problems is because it's also because of our indulgence, just as
Yeah, heavy,
drones in society. And I don't mean to call us that, but that's what we are. We're
heavy,
drones.
heavy,
Like,
heavy, heavy.
look how they're trying to force us back to the workplace without even right raising a wage. Like, just go
Fuck,
back to work,
fuck,
you
look,
fucking
fuck,
drones.
look, fuck, look how they trying to force us back. Look at what happened when we all got forced inside. Those
Two
first,
weeks. two
that
weeks
first 2 weeks, those first 2 weeks, nigga, there were dolphins in those fucking gondola canals in Italy
Yep.
simply because motorboats stopped being in them
Yep.
for 2 weeks.
Yep. We needed to get a world a year to, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm
Shit,
happy all of this shit got fucked up. All that infrastructure and all that shit because that's what's fucking the environment and shit up. So I'm like, yo, the world needs a quick reset. You never know what this past year like healed for the earth. You get what I'm saying? You'd never know because we were inside.
right.
You never really know. So it's like we complain and we want to travel, but what we're saying is, yo, we want to continue doing damage to this to this planet. And it's fucked up. But let's move on to something else. So this crypto craze breakdown, right?
Whew.
Let's talk about it. We've just been seeing, you know what I mean, like this craze of people getting
Use the
in.
bathroom, but go crazy. Go
Nah, go
crazy.
ahead.
Mhm.
We just been seeing this crazy people like trying to jump into crypto and make their quick bread and do their thing, which we encourage. You know what I mean? But you have to
Get your
understand
bag.
get your bag, but you have to understand the principles. Like everybody's trying to approach this like this is a quick bag. You got to understand the game, like, and I mean understand the game in the big picture because this is your money. You get what I'm saying? So when we talking about cryptocurrency, you have to understand that it's crypto and it's a currency. So you have to trade it like it's a currency because it's a currency that can be traded. So for example, you can take Bitcoin and buy something. You can take Litecoin and buy something. You can take Tron, buy something. You can take Clever, buy something on a different site or whatever that accept those currencies. You can't take your stocks and buy something with it. So that's why the principles are completely different. One is an investment in a company, one is a currency. So it's about the worth of that currency. You feel what I'm saying? It's completely different. So you have to understand the game we're playing here in terms of why cryptocurrency is important because we need an alternate to the dollar and whatever else is in play when it comes to money and things of that nature. So the US dollar, the yen, the pound, whatever the case may be. The people need an alternate currency that they can control that's deregulated because it was created so that, it gives the regular person a chance and have something if all of this goes to shit, as we've seen it go to shit in 2 weeks. So we don't know what can happen and what can come up. So that's why the principles are starkly different. But Palm, you got anything to jump in on the crypto craze you've been seeing?
Um, yeah, like what you said is that was like that's kind of like a problem that I've kind of been having
Hmm.
with like a lot of people dealing with the crypto. It's like everybody be talking about trading it and shit like that, and I'm just like, but this y'all talking about like trading money.
Hmm.
Like, would you go outside and trade dollars with somebody? Like, just be handing each other dollars back and forth? That
Hmm.
sounds fucking dumb, right? So I never really understood trading cryptocurrency
Can I
because
give him some nuance to what you're saying, just in case they didn't really
yeah,
catch it? So like he was saying, like you wouldn't give a dollar for a dollar and trade it back and forth in terms of trading cryptocurrency. So again, he's talking about the value of what you're trading it for and the use for it. But continue.
yeah, because I just you see I see people talk like that, and I'm not talking about like a fucking doggy coin or some like bullshits like that, because those are, I mean, I don't want to speak like I'm the most knowledgeable nigga in crypto, but from what I know, those is money grab. Those is pump and dump shits
Yep.
like GameStop and AMC and shit like that in the stock trading world. Um, so I ain't talking about shit like that, but like trading like stable coins, I don't really understand that
Yeah,
because
Bitcoin
like
and the Litecoins,
Bitcoins,
that's
Litecoins, Ethereum's, Bitcoin Cash. Like I don't understand that because these are
yeah.
things that are if you have it at a low price and it goes to a high price and you sell it, like
You don't
you
have
think
that
it can't
currency
go
anymore.
higher?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you don't have it anymore, and it could fucking shoot to 5 times past that.
Right.
You don't know, so it's just like to me, I don't see the I don't see the point in it.
Yeah, like people ask like how do you do cryptocurrency, and it's like this is more of a principle thing. You get what I'm saying? Like he's saying it's more of a you want if you want to quick flip, you can, but you have to understand cryptocurrency and the trends. So for example, when people say buy the dip, because with cryptocurrency, it's not like a stock where it just bottoms out. It's going to
Mm-hmm.
drop and then it's going to shoot back up to the moon. So when we say
Mm-hmm.
buy the dip, that just means if it's dipping, buy it, because it's 100% chance, if it's one of the main coins, that it's going to shoot back up,
Yep.
especially if it's Bitcoin. So you have to understand how you gotta, get in and get out, and it's more of a timing thing than anything. And you have to understand what coins and what coins and what you're trying to trade. So for example, if it's a money flip, like you said, Doge. So for right now, it's up what, 10% today. So it might
Mm-hmm.
be too late for you to jump in on Doge, because it might go down today because it's balancing out. That's where it's at right now. So once you get a week to where it's steady, and you'll be like, all right, cool, I can jump in on that. But it's a timing thing, because even in that week, it might shoot to the moon. That's why you have to get in on the dip ASAP, because it's always going to shoot. It might not shoot now. It might not shoot when you want it to. But you know what I mean? Don't play with money that you don't have, that you need. You get what I'm saying? This is
Yeah.
about, you take your quick 40 or 50 or 100, 200, 300. If you got it, and you put it in there and you let it work. Let it work if it's crypto, because it's a
Let that
currency.
bitch
It's
work
not a
out.
stock. It's a currency. It's not a stock. Stocks is totally different. I can't give you too many tips on stocks because I don't trade stocks, because I don't like the, you know, it's too, like, stocks with companies can close. You get what I'm saying?
It's volatile as
You feel
shit.
what I'm saying? Like, you could really bottom out in stocks. With cryptocurrency, I've never bottomed out. It's like I've lost money and then I've gained more money if I just was patient. That's
Oh,
why.
but I was mad quiet, but that's because I was doing some research, and
Hmm.
this is what I came up with, right?
Hmm.
Half of the population is 166 million people.
Hmm.
If you divide that population by the 2.1 trillion,
Hmm.
everyone would have a whopping $13.
Hmm.
Now, 1% is 1.6 million people.
Hmm.
If you divided that from the 34.2 trillion, they would each have 28 G's.
Hmm.
Think about that difference. Like 166 million people have $13, and 1.6 million people have 28 G's. That's fucking crazy.
It is. It is. So I'm just letting y'all know, man. This is not something that you could, like, yo, put me on. What's this? Nah, cryptocurrency. Do your research and understand the principles behind cryptocurrency and why it's
Uh,
used and why it's valued, how it's valued. If you don't understand that part, you're not going to understand the principles of trading it how you want to trade it. If you want to quick flip it, if you want to quick flip it, you gotta know it. There's no, yo, put me on real quick, let me make some quick bread. That's not how it works. You got to know what's going on so you can get in early, and then you make your bread. With crypto, it's a completely different game than stocks. We need to stop trying to trade them the same. It's not the same. So if you want some quick bread, do your research. You feel what I'm saying? But if you
Yeah.
want a nice long-term investment, put your bread in some Bitcoin and let it sit. Don't touch it. Don't bother it. Let it sit. Let it value, because you got to think about it. 10 years ago, Bitcoin wasn't even $48,000 or what it's worth now. So
And
if everybody,
Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Band,
mhm,
Chainlink, cop it up, stack it up, just look at it.
yeah, and a lot of these coins have low entry points, so that's why it's lucrative for a lot of people. So for example, with Doge, it's not a lot. You know what I mean? It's not even a dollar. It's under a dollar. You get what I'm saying? So that's why so many people can make a lot of money on the quick flips with Doge. But with Bitcoin, if you're not copping, you get what I'm saying? 2 to 3 bitcoins, and you're not going to experience that huge leap that you want to see. So you have to know, one, what's where you're going to get the bang for your buck, and what's the most stable coin, and what's the other coins that you can just make some quick flip money off of. Anything else on this crypto stuff before we move on?
Yeah, I Band, I Chainlink, make me some money.
Yeah,
I
we we
mean,
we, we
make you
got we
some
got our
money.
bread in chain link. You feel me? You know what I mean? Invest with your peoples too. So this is another good
It's a
tip.
fact.
if you don't know what you're doing and you got somebody that does, throw him some bread, throw her
Yeah,
some
give
bread.
them the money. Facts.
You know what I mean? Put your but this is group economics. This is
But
group
you gotta trust the
economics.
person also. We not
Trust
trying to
that
hit niggas
person.
with no Joe Budden
Exactly.
shit.
Trust that
Where they
person. If
like,
you
no, I
trust
ain't gonna
them
show
and
you
you
no portfolio, nigga.
exactly, if you trust that person and you know that person, put your bread together and make some money together. Me and Palm had done it with Chainlink, so you know what I mean.
This
The
is
more
a
bread
fact.
we put in together is the more money we all make. You know what I'm
This
saying?
is a
So
fact.
do that.
And,
Do that.
I think we copped. I think we copped 12 link at that time.
Hmm.
Since then, I've probably copped like 12 more. But this is my brother that I invested with. So
It's different. It's
Link
lit.
go Link go to the moon. Man, that man got at least 7, 8 link to his
Yo,
name
you get what I'm saying?
right now. For sure, for sure.
That shit lit, man. That shit
I ain't
fire.
gonna lie. I'm gonna buy some more of that shit next week too.
That's a fact. Yo, Chip, what's good, bro?
Speaking
Trying to
of speaking of
yo, that's Chip in the chat, bro. Chip
oh
Walker.
my guy Chip, my boy Chip. What up, Chip? My guy.
Uh,
What was I
shout
about to
out to
say?
wait, hold on. Shout out to Plush Vodka. You feel what I'm saying? You show
Facts.
your
Get plus
support, my
vodka.
man. Chip,
Go get
it's
that.
Plush Vodka. You feel what I'm
Niggas would
saying?
Yeah.
never tell niggas to get
Hold
vodka
on,
unless our man's had to do with it. Because our
hold
man's
on.
got to do with it. That
Being
shit
that
late.
Chip, since you
Get
here,
that
you my
shit.
man. Hold on, you know
That
you
plus
getting,
vodka, nigga. Come on, man. Put that shit in the ticker, nigga.
you know
Fuck
it,
is
you know it,
talking
you
about?
know it, you know it.
Well, yeah. Oh, speaking of Joe Budden and your friends, Maul tweeted today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What he
I
said?
see more talking spicy.
Actually, I'm gonna bring it. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull it
A
up.
little spicy.
You
I
know,
feel like it's a little
I'm
spicy.
I'm gonna do some Maul reenactments. I actually don't watch the podcast enough to know how Maul
Peep the
speaks.
ticker, Chip. You know this. This is family vibes. You everybody eats. You
But Maul said, "I'm gonna start from
everybody
here."
eats.
Maul said, "The lies are loud. The truth is always quiet. I promise you." Right?
Hmm.
Then somebody hit him with the "I'd Mubarak, brother. Stay blessed.
Hmm.
Keep the negative energy and spirits away." And he said, "Always, but the supporters deserve the truth,
Uh-huh.
and they're gonna get that." I'd Mubarak. You feel me?
Yeah.
And then Crooked Eye from Slaughterhouse said to him, "You had the first Slaughterhouse varsity, man. This shit is crazy." And then Maul said, "True. I also remember something he said in that pull up with you that conveniently never dropped that stuck with me. Makes all the sense in the world now." Then he hold on.
Spicy.
So he got some heat for him. Next
He
one.
do.
Black people love to discredit one another. It's a disease that kills our community,
Mm.
nigga. Oh, next one. It's been cool and quiet for too. He said, "I've been cool and quiet for too long. I'm allowed to get out of character for at least an hour, maybe 40 minutes. The truth is usually short and simple." He's on haram time.
He's
Like
on her.
ended. He's on haram time.
It's
It's lit.
around time. Nah, but
So
nah, don't leave Lex. We can have this discussion if you missed it yesterday. But the shit is, it's like facts. It's not one side, and that's why it's like I think critically about these things, regardless of who's saying it. I don't if it's Joe Budden and it's three people and only Joe Budden is talking, I'm gonna doubt what he has to say
yeah,
because I
that's
haven't heard the other two point of views yet, and there's always multiple
way
sides of the
more
story, and then there's the truth in between all of this, and it's up to us to
to
determine the
figure out
truth
the truth.
and not more so pick sides because I don't think Maul is
Mhm.
right, I don't think Rory is right, and I damn sure don't think
I
Joe is
don't
right.
think Joe is right.
You
Joe
get
is
what I'm
probably the
saying?
least right out of
He's
everybody, but
probably the
the
least right out of them.
niggas are all wrong in their aspects of how they handled this friendship slash business.
Right.
And like y'all need to go to Trey's VOD from yesterday because we
Yes.
talked about this in great detail. But Palm, we had Palm go in great detail about how you feel about this.
Um, it's a little like because I feel like
What you feel like?
um I feel like I felt like Joe had a point at
He did.
first.
I
I
felt
felt
so. I
like
felt like that too.
he had strong points at first, and then well honestly I kind of feel like it's something he said when he was talking about Rory. When he was talking about Rory,
Mhm.
um, and if you got that, then you if you know with the Rory, um, uh, when he was talking about Rory, the he said that you never invited him to the pod.
That's
Isn't
cap.
that a lie?
He
That's a
lied.
lie. That's dead ass a lie.
I got you. I got you, Lex. I'm
That's why.
I'm wordsmith,
That's
man. I
why.
know words.
That's why he needs. That's why he needs. That's why they need to speak up because if Joe is there yelling at empty space, when a nigga's just yelling
Hmm.
and nobody's retorting, you be forced to be like, "Well, that sound kind of right." All right.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
yes. That's dead ass. I
You have
think
you have no choice.
here's one thing. Here's a few things that Joe said a few times that made me realize that Joe understand. Joe is he's smart, nigga. Like he knows what he's doing
Hmm.
as like a person in charge of the media, and
Yeah.
also as a nigga who's been to therapy and fuck like with therapy for a very long time.
Hmm.
He kept using psychoanalyze. He kept
Hmm.
talking about I'm trying to do real therapy. Like even like that, even though that's small and fucking funny to people, like him yelling in a room by himself, addressing the niggas when they're not there. If they can't fucking respond in your fan's head, you sound right. If I'm literally in my room like, yo, Trey, you don't fucking play Outriders with me no more, right? And then Trey can't fucking answer. The people that fuck with me are gonna be like, damn, this nigga Trey be wilding. Why he don't play Outriders or Colton? Like, he knows how this shit works. And that's a
Yes.
manipulative tactic. And I kind of don't like that shit. But I also think that that shit's hilarious. And
Yeah.
if
It is.
that's
It is funny.
how he, but I could also say that I'm not Joe Budden, so I don't know how he deals with shit. Like this might not even be him trying to be manipulative, right? But everything else about that seemed manipulative. It seemed like he's trying to control the narrative, which makes sense. Nigga, you're a boss of a
The
podcast
one thing
company.
I 100% agree with Joe about was that when he said, and this is if it's true, when he said niggas ain't want equity in the show until a deal came about,
Hmm.
and that was just like,
They
y'all
won't.
niggas all building something.
Well, you don't want
Y'all
equity.
niggas should have actually been looking for this
Yeah.
ownership stake in the show.
Yep.
Mhm.
Like the money coming around shouldn't have made y'all be like, oh, what, well, and
I'm a part of this too.
when they originally was asking for compensation, um, Joe said this shit about it'll fluctuate because of the numbers and shit like that. I
Hmm.
had to think about that, and I was just like, well, isn't that getting paid like an owner?
Yeah.
Right. 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 It's true.
That
If
would
I'm an
be like,
employee, I have a set.
Have a set,
if
steady
you're an
rate.
employee, you have a set salary, you have a set amount that you get
If
paid.
I own a stake,
You
that
are
means
you
it
are
fluctuates.
you are a part of it, and you are if you have a set salary, you are in the expenses.
Yeah.
Facts.
So I have
Facts.
to account for you. But if you are an owner, you get paid after niggas deal with all the expenses and shit for the show,
Hmm.
Right.
which would be why it would fluctuate in my from my standpoint, from
Yeah.
how I understood it.
No, but you're right, 100%.
So once once you guys force a set salary, how can you be mad at how the shit plays out after that?
Right.
Prior to that, everything was. I feel like they was all dealing with each other nastily. But
Yeah.
once they did that, it was just like, all right, so what are we here arguing about? You're arguing because academics called you
You
workers.
can, bro. Yo, Lex, you in the Discord? Pull up to the chat. Pull
Yeah,
up on
pull
us,
up his
Max.
Discord, bro.
You in the
Honestly,
Discord. So if
it's
you're in the
literally one of
Discord,
those things. He said, outside looking in, people looking at it as just JBP and Joe looking at it as his life. That's where the confusion comes into play. But here's the thing. But here's the thing that I will say about that, right? Because that is a good point. But these niggas are a part of his life. His life is the brand. It's not
right,
like his brand is like he's a sports podcaster. You know what
right,
I'm saying? Where and then niggas break up. Where then when it becomes personal, niggas understand that now it's some personal shit. Like
right.
the podcast has always been some personal shit. It's kind of like this podcast. Like even though we talk about a lot of political shit and important shit, like niggas are brothers here. So it's like if I at for the next 3 weeks kept saying I want to fight Trey, and then Palm didn't jump in and said anything, and then Trey would just laugh uncomfortably and ignore it, you guys would realize that. You get what I'm
If,
saying?
if Trey came in here and said, "Yo, I got a deal for us. We about to start getting paid," I would not be like, "How much I'm getting paid, Trey?"
Right.
Trey is my
Nigga,
friend.
as friends, the
Trey is
first
my
thing,
brother. I
yo,
know
bro,
Trey is not about to short me on the bread.
No, not even a
the
cent. Not
crazy
a
And
part
cent.
about
if I even have to ask him, I I I feel a way about our situation.
No
facts.
facts.
Also, if Trey came and was like, "Yo, we got a deal," they came to me. I've been watching my Twitch. They came to me. They was like, they want the Haters Ball show. The first thing I would literally ask him is a question, making sure that he's good. My first question would be, "Yo, my nigga, are they trying to fuck you over? Like, yo, we got to look over the contract to make sure they're not like trying to fuck niggas over. Like,
That's a fact.
I wouldn't ask for my cut immediately. Be like, yo, make sure it's 33, 33. Like, imagine like the first thing I'm saying is just like, yo, so it's 33, 33, 33. Like that's the split. Like, that's not my friend. That's my business partner at that point
Yeah,
because I
exactly.
don't
First of
really.
all,
But
I'm
here's
gonna
the
tell
thing
y'all
though.
niggas straight up right now.
Mhm.
You could take off the 0.3 from mines because
You could tell the 0.3 for months.
I need to pay somebody just to do my promotion.
Facts. I feel that.
Like for me, here's the
The
thing
nigga
though. It's like
also
I'm never
have
gonna.
expenses.
Yeah, I'm not. And also, like, if we ever got a deal in that sense, I'm never going to just be like, yo, I think there's a deal. I'm gonna be like, yo, here's the deal, and here's what we working with. You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
Now, what y'all think is the best thing for us to do moving forward? Because at the end of the day, like I said, for me, it's about all of us having something that we own and have a piece of, and things that we can leave our children in terms of, this is history. You know what I'm saying? Like
Facts.
family history of, you know what I'm saying? Our little cousin is gonna want to know who our
It's
uncles is. You know what
literally
I'm saying?
auditory history, bro.
Auditory
Like,
history. You feel me? So it's like I take this shit serious. That's why I'm very intentional about the
and
conversations I have on here.
even to build off that, like my first thing would be, and like I feel like you know me, my first thing would be like my homie can be here too. Like I'm not gonna
Right.
be here by myself.
Right.
Like if niggas literally come to the Colton Show's page and see us somehow, and they're just like, I need the Haters Ball show, but we don't fucking want Trey and Palm here. Get the fuck out of my face.
Right.
That's the Haters Ball show. It's all three of us. You're not gonna
Oh,
talk to me and then like tell me mad secretive shit. That was also my problem with Joe, is him saying like Spotify said they don't want them on it, so I said okay. That shows you that's not really your man's, like in my
right.
opinion. Because I'm not
Right.
gonna get a fuck. It's not gonna be the Haters Ball show, and then they only putting pictures of me like GQ'd up.
That's
Like
facts. Also, the other confusion, like you said though, is that even in the Charlemagne clip, he said, "No, he's really my friend." And then in the episode, he said, "I don't know him like that. I met him in
that
New York."
ass, that's crazy.
You get what I'm saying? And I met Joe through Rory.
Yep.
You feel me? So
I've
it's like,
also like met Joe literally being with you while you was talking to Rory.
exactly, exactly. So I'm like, this is not to name drop, but I know these guys. So it's like it's weird that he would say they're not friends, and I've been around them, and they definitely are a lot more than just podcast buddies.
Yeah. Real quick. One of the homies, Day Ascent on Twitter, he wrote a very good article
Mhm,
in March about Joe Budden versus Joe Budden.
mhm,
And he talked about like how Joe Budden fired Marissa from the podcast in the beginning, right?
mhm.
And he also talked about how Joe says that's his friend, but how Joe speaks about her now and like how he got rid of her. Like he
Right.
basically said like, oh, she wasn't good for the business. Like she wasn't that good. Like even though she got mad success afterwards and shit. And I do get that business aspect, but I also found out that he fired her through text, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I was.
Like
What's crazy is I've listened to the Joe Budden podcast from early, so I was around when Marissa. It was Marissa, Rory, and Joe and Peter Rosenberg. So it was like I was there listening through that whole thing. So to see this play out the same way again, I was like, oh shit.
it's a pattern.
Lex
It's
was
fucked
good.
up.
Lex.
Lex, yo, turn your shit on. What's up, man? What
What's
you
up,
gonna
bro?
say?
I ain't wanna. I respect the platform, bro. I ain't wanna just
No,
hop in and
no, no,
start
no, no.
talking.
You here, man? What's up?
Nah, bro. Joe's a maniac. That's the first thing. He's a maniac, bro.
Right.
We're not trying to defend Joseph Budden. Like it's
Right.
just the thing. Like I can just understand his thinking.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
in that situation, like it's not really about, let's so to say, friendship. Because to me, I look at that and I think that they can still be friends after all of this. I
Right.
truly believe that they still can, because I think that as men, you can get over stuff like that. But when Joe say stuff like, I met Rory in 2014, I don't think he's saying we're not friends. I don't think that's what he's saying. I'm thinking he's saying like, at that time I had just met him. So, and I'm already thinking and doing stuff, you know what I'm saying, about my podcast and about my network and about my life already before I even know him. So I'm not saying that's not my friend, but I'm
Mhm,
saying at that time I had
mhm,
just
mhm.
met him, and I'm not thinking right then and there. I was thinking about ownership, about what's here today. I was thinking about that then.
Mhm.
So I think that's what, like, Joe is looking at this stuff, thinking about when he used to sleep in the cars or on the street or whatever. Like, he's thinking about all of that, because
Mhm.
all of this stuff is what he dreamed of
Yeah.
from the get-go. Rory and them didn't.
Mhm.
So, and then when they come to him later on and say, can I get a piece of the YouTube? And he says stuff like, no, you can't get a piece of the YouTube, but here's the video, go do something with it. And then people say stuff like, what, you want me to just repost the video? Then that's what he means when he say you're not a creative. Because
Right.
I'm pretty sure either of y'all, if Joe Budden was to give y'all his video from his podcast, I'm pretty sure y'all can find something creative to do with it. You know
Sure.
what I mean? Like,
You
I'm pretty sure y'all cogs will start turning and be like, yo, I can do a first take style show and just joke on facial expressions that they don't. Like, people watch anything.
Yeah.
You
Like
know what I mean?
reactions
So,
to the
Yo,
episodes. Like.
can I jump in real quick though and like play devil's advocate to what you just said?
yeah, what's up, bro?
All right, so I do agree with that because like us as niggas, like especially just specifically us, if either of us gave each other a clip of something that we were all doing, we're all posting it. That's just how we are, because it's just like, nigga, we are a collective. We are technically each other while we're individuals at the same time. But seeing how they fell out, they don't have that close knit connection like we all kind of do. So sometimes maybe creatively their mind works different than how our minds work. You
Right.
get what I'm saying? Like it
Yeah, I'm
might
with
be
you on
one of
that.
those things where it's like, nigga, the clip is up on your page. Yes. And this is another point that I had about the shit, right? Like it is Joe Budden's page, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he said this and I was like, that's false. He cannot pretend like everybody's there for him because
Yeah.
you have wild people on your podcast, even niggas like Parks that I don't really like that. I'm sure people go to the podcast to hear Parks.
Can I confirm your point? I only listened to the Joe Budden podcast because I knew Rory.
Oh, so this is the thing. I'm sure niggas only listen because they knew Maul. I'm sure niggas only listen because they knew Rory. I'm sure niggas only listen because they probably fucked with Parks in that setting. Like, so for him to pretend like because it's called the Joe Budden podcast on his YouTube, and like be like, well, I gave y'all the video, like go do something with it. Like that's
That's a
kind
horrible
of
delivery
trying to
tell
force
somebody.
niggas to do something because you don't want to give them. That's literally what that is. And like, I'm not saying that's wrong for him to think, because maybe it's not wrong for him to think, but for me, that's wrong. Like, that's kind of fucked up. Because like, if I did the Haters Ball show on my fucking Twitch or my YouTube, and then these niggas ask to see the fucking the analytics, and I say no, and then they want to beat me up. Afterwards, I'm gonna be like, damn, they want to beat me up for valid reason. That's a valid ass reason. Like they was there too. It's not just me by myself.
Right.
But
Okay,
that's just my devil's advocate shit. But yeah, continue, bro.
now I was just about to ask: is him saying no? Is that like his? I know that's bad, but like, what if he asks? What if like if you go, if your homies come up to you and say, "Yo, I want to see the books," can they be mad at you for asking why?
No, I don't
No,
think
it's
nothing.
not it's not even about the why, right? It's just about he didn't say that. Like it wasn't like it was like one of those things where somebody pulls up to him. Well, how he explained it was Rory asked to see shit, his
At the
Spotify deal,
Spotify deal.
and he said no. Then he asked for YouTube money, and he said no. It Joe Budden doesn't seem like the type of nigga like I will say I give a lot of people grace, so I will ask why. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to know what the fuck you trying to do. What we trying to do? Is this one of those things where you feel like
I
I'm
would just only ask
misusing?
why because I would want to know if my
I'm
friend
saying, like, do you think
trust
I'm
me.
trying to mismanage the money? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you because it's one of those things. Like, if these niggas asked me, I would be like, "Why you want to see it?" And then they, because we're friends, they would tell me. I wouldn't be
I want
upset.
to
Like,
know.
Right.
I want to know when these questions were asked,
also,
because my thing is, I feel like the relationship changed when the contracts became involved.
mm-hmm.
I feel
And I
like
think
that's
that's
You
what
the
seen
the
it.
issue.
You seen it.
We've
If you
seen it.
watched it, you seen the energy change, and they weren't having genuine conversation after a while. That's why I stopped listening.
yeah. But
But that's
and
all.
honestly,
That's also one of
and that was
Joe's gripes.
that was around when I stopped listening like into the Spotify deal, because like you said, it just stopped feeling like a natural thing was happening
Yeah.
anymore. It felt like I was watching niggas at work,
Right.
and
Right.
I essentially was watching niggas at work.
Yeah. And
And
we was right for feeling that way.
Also, it's funny that y'all are saying this because I do remember watching the episode where they got the Spotify deal and being hype, right?
Mm.
And then Joe sat there and for like 40 minutes or 20 minutes, he just explained how it's not just him, it's a family. Like it's
Yeah.
all of us. Like,
Yeah.
and he just kept talking about that, and then creativeness and creatives owning shit and having a piece of shit. And I watch Rory and Maul quietly just nod their heads. And that's why now when I say like I feel bad for Maul, I don't really feel that crazy about like bad for Rory, but I do feel bad for Rory because he went through this shit, which is crazy. For him to pretend like the nigga didn't know him for all these years or didn't request him to be there is a lie. And that's actually kind of crazy. But at the same
yo,
time, them
I'm
niggas also
honestly
just
sitting
stood
here.
there and just nodded their head while the nigga was
I'm
capping. Like,
honestly
don't
sitting
nod your head
here.
while your friend is capping.
I'm honestly sitting here thinking about the whole shit that I listened to yesterday, and I'm just like, I I don't think Joe was against giving them equity in the show.
No, I don't think so either.
That's what I was about to ask y'all, man. Like,
But once they put themselves under contract, now you gotta wait till your contract is up to talk to me about equity in the show, bro.
Yeah, it's true. It's
One thing
true.
I'll also say about Joe though is he put an invisible timestamp on when they should have asked for equity, which I think was the issue. Because I don't think he like said to them randomly like, "Yo, y'all should probably try to like get equity in the show before shit pop off." Like,
But I don't think I still don't think that was a major beef though, if we're going off of what we heard from Joe's one-sided podcast. I don't think that was a major beef still, because when it came time to get paid and they asked for compensation, they were going to be getting paid like they were owners in the show.
Yeah, yeah, it's true.
And then
Yeah, it's
and
true.
then they asked for contracts.
Yeah,
Yo, can I hop back in here real quick?
Yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead,
God.
bro.
Yo, so I got actually like I've been watching y'all for a minute, bro. Like I've been watching Haters Ball show for like for a good little minute before Twitch and all. I used to watch y'all just straight off Twitter and stuff. So I've been for a minute, and then like the off shows like the Meta Humans and all that. Like, but y'all support like, do y'all think Maul and Rory, like, do y'all think after the show is over, after the product that we see, when they get up, do y'all think them two get up and go home, or do y'all think they and do the leg work and stuff that Joe and Parks and all of them do? Because when I see y'all, I see like once this closes and y'all get off of Twitch, I can feel like I know that y'all talk to each other, y'all like help each other with the shows and stuff like that. I'm not saying that they don't, but I just don't see, like, I really feel like Maul and Roy come there, talk, and they get up and leave. So
Mhm.
you can't talk to somebody and ask them for ownership if the only thing you are the co-host. Not to say that in a disrespectful way, but if you come here, you talk, and you get up
Right.
and you go back home,
No,
you
I totally understand.
you can't be an owner. And just and that's not. I don't think Joe is been saying one thing that's been speaking out to me. It's that they saying all of this, but then he asks them one question: do y'all have a problem like with y'all contract though? Like, do y'all have a problem with how you getting paid or anything like that? And if they don't have a problem, he doesn't understand what the issue is after that. If y'all tell
Mhm.
me y'all don't have a problem, but y'all want to see the books, what is the issue here? You don't have a problem with your contract, but you want to see the books.
Yeah, but
Like,
sometimes you just need the reassurance that the person that is
That means there's no trust,
there.
though.
Yeah, but that also means that there's no trust. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I kept emphasizing that I don't really feel like Joe, because it wasn't Maul that asked to see the books; it was Rory.
right.
So that's why I said I felt like him and Rory was never really friends.
But
Like him and Maul, I would more see as like actual niggas that live together, was
Joe,
homies for real, for real.
That's why
Joe
he
made a
Like
yeah.
valid point, though. They got the same lawyer.
And that's yeah, that type of stuff. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Joe's no angel, but they got accountability. They got to, you know what I'm saying, uphold it as well. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
but also, Paul. Ian said this, and I was like, that's realistic. Like, it's the Joe Budden podcast. Like, it's not Joe Budden featuring Rory and Maul podcast.
no,
It's
in a
not
sense with
we
Rory
gonna
and
do
Maul.
this podcast. I mean, yeah, but how small is that Rory and Maul? You
Right,
know, it's
right.
mad
Yeah,
tiny.
yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It's like not one of those things. Like people know them for being a part of it, but if you really look at branding and how it really goes, it's Joe Budden.
JBP.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's Joe Budden podcast. So at the end of the day, like them other two niggas clicking up and getting a lawyer, like Ian said, is them protecting themselves. And I do
Mhm.
get that. That's like just that part. Like I do think it is kind of sus to not
I
let your
think they get
man's
separate
in. But
lawyers.
if you
I think they get separate lawyers.
okay, but if your
That's how it's
man's
objective.
true,
That's how
true,
it's
true,
more
true.
objective. If we all we started if we had this show, if we started to make like monetarily gain from this show, we all had the same fucking lawyer.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah, it would be crazy. It's a
it
conflict
wouldn't
of
even make
interest.
sense. 'Cause exactly. Like who are you taking care of, lawyer?
Right.
But it's Maul and Rory versus Joe. It's not like it's them all feuding with each other.
I
Yeah.
want to know who got the lawyer.
Yeah, I feel like it was
It's
Rory,
Joe. It's
but
Rory's. I think it's Rory's
I
manager.
feel like it was
And I think
Rory.
Maul just didn't have a manager, and he needed one.
But I swore they said his brother manages him on the show one time.
Yeah, I think so.
He says that a lot.
Yeah, but also, I feel like from watching the show, I feel like Rory and Maul like were the closest niggas like there. Like I feel
I
like
think
at some
that
point,
happened over time though, which is weird
I think they
watching
got
it.
similar
Yeah,
interests, man. They
yeah,
go to
exactly.
concerts and stuff, same type of music and stuff. Well, not necessarily
And
the same type of music, but they'll go to
Niggas in
concerts
the
and stuff
music
together.
business
yeah,
together.
and Joe even will even like point at that and make fun of it on Mad episodes. But I'm tired of
Yeah.
talking about these guys. Let's go
Fact.
NBA shit, yo.
Good shit for the Knicks fans.
The Knicks are in the playoffs, man. The clinch the
Yo, eight
spot.
They
years.
are in the
Shout out
playoffs.
Cody. Shout out Cody. Cody
I'm gonna
wished for
check
that
y'all, bro.
eight
I'm gonna get
years
back in the
ago.
chat, y'all.
All right, Lex, my guy. Cody got his wish. The
Yeah,
Knicks
shout
are in
out
the
to Lil
playoffs.
Cody, man. The Knicks are in the playoffs finally. I can't wait to see them put up a valiant effort to get bumped out of the first round. It's gonna
It's
be a great ride.
gonna be
They
Can't
might
beautiful.
wait.
not. They might make it to the second.
They might
They might
make it
make
to
it.
the second. They might make it to the second, bro.
Who
They
they got
play
in the
defense
first?
enough. We don't know yet because the niggas got to
I think.
play in, right?
Oh
Or
yeah.
no? How does the play-in shit work? I don't even know how that shit
I
works.
think the Knicks got to play in. Aren't the Knicks like the sixth
No,
How
seed?
they
not the
play?
Knicks though. But like the
Oh yeah, let's
playing
look at
niggas
it.
gotta wait. How does that work? Like
Let's look
The
at
the
it.
play-in starts from 7, 8, 9, 10.
right? Okay, so they do that, and then there's two niggas that end up being the last two seeds, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then the Knicks just fight the fourth seed, basically, whatever, right?
All right, so I'll explain it. So they said the play-in tournament will take place from May 18th to 21st. The regular playoffs will begin May 22nd and end July 22nd, just in time for the scheduled start of the Tokyo Olympics, which officially begin July 23rd. How does the play-in tournament work? The 7th and 8th seeds in each conference will play head-to-head to claim the 7th seed. The ninth and 10th seed in each conference will play head-to-head to advance to the second round of the play-in, where they will play the loser of the 7-8 matchup. The winner of that second round game claims the eighth seed. Why did the NBA need a play-in tournament? Technically, they didn't, and there's been some debate about the value of existence. On the other hand, let me see what's
And niggas is watching history happen. This is
yeah.
ridiculous.
The following Eastern Conference teams have qualified for the playoffs and will avoid the play-in as of May 12th. The 76ers, who are in first, the Nets, who are in second, Milwaukee in third, the Hawks in fourth, Miami in fifth, and the Knicks in sixth, so they don't have to play in the play-in tournament. The following Western Conference teams have qualified for the playoffs as of May 12th. Number one seed, the Jazz. Number two, the Suns. Number three, the Clippers. Number four,
Knicks are
the
six.
Nuggets. Huh?
Knicks are the sixth seed.
Yeah, six seed.
Yep.
And the number
Oh, who
four
they
seed.
play?
Huh?
They play
So
Milwaukee
they play. So one
or
plays
Atlanta.
8, two plays 7, three plays 6. So they play the Bucks.
Oh fuck! All right. Ah. Okay. Hopefully
Um,
Julius Randle get these bums out of here, but I don't know.
facts. I'm trying to see like if there's a list of the play-in teams, the actual playing teams. I guess nobody knows yet. All right, who are the
Yeah,
play-in
the
teams? I'm gonna look
Wizards
it
are
up.
trying to get that last spot. I know that for a fact. I'm gonna find it right now.
I'm looking at it
I
The,
too.
just
pl-
look at the
the
standings.
playing teams for the East are the Celtics, the Hornets, and the Pacers, and the Wizards are trying to get that last spot. But the
Hmm.
Bulls, I think, can qualify if they lose these next two games. I guess
Hmm.
that's whack, but let's get it.
I do
And
like the play-in
bro,
tournament. It makes things a little bit more interesting to me.
yeah, OD. I like that shit too.
I
You
like it.
witnessing some a little history.
But the
The
Knicks clinching.
Lakers, right?
Oh yeah, the Lakers. Do y'all think the Lakers are gonna make it?
Yeah, but the crazy part is, right? Like Portland needs to lose tonight. The
Hmm.
Lakers next two games are easy games. Portland's next two games, well, this game and the next game are harder games.
Right.
I need Portland to lose both those games and the Lakers to win both those games so we can have an actual spot and Portland has to be in the play-in. Only because I mean we could wash the Memphis Grizzlies, but I don't want us to play extra games. Niggas
Yeah.
is
True.
hurt. Like we don't need that. Like I need
True.
us to like get that spot for real. But right now, the Golden State Warriors are definitely gonna end up playing. You said 8 and 10 play or
It's 7 through 10 pretty much. So the seventh and eighth
those,
seed
but
play, and then the seventh and eighth team, the seventh and eighth seed play, and the winner of that game secures the seventh spot, and the two teams underplay, and the winner of that game plays the loser
All right, so
of that
boom.
game to get the eighth seed.
I don't want us to play the Warriors because that's the 8th seed.
Right.
I would rather Portland play the Warriors.
Hmm.
I mean, I believe we can beat the Warriors, but the Warriors are on a fucking tear right now. Like,
They
them
really
niggas
are.
are like, actually, everyone's gelling. Everyone is fucking gelling right now over there.
Yep.
So, and with our injuries and shit, like, to play extra fucking games, like, we really don't need that.
If
And
you said if we get the spot, you play the Clippers. Let me see who does the AC play, because the Lakers will be the AC, right?
or do we get 7th? Didn't you say 7th if we win?
Oh, we'll
LeBron is
see.
trying to get another
We'll see this
record.
We're
the
7th. We're the 7th seed right now.
Okay, so
The 8th
if you're
seed
in
is
LeBron's trying
locked
to get
in.
another record on his belt.
so if you're in seventh seed,
We're gonna play
then
Phoenix.
y'all
I don't
play.
have a really I don't really have a problem with playing Phoenix, to be honest.
No, that's not it. If the 7 for AC, yeah, wait, yeah, y'all play Phoenix or the Jazz.
I don't really have a problem for us playing Phoenix if we're 7th seed. I have a problem if we play the Jazz at the 8th seed. In my opinion, as a Lakers fan.
I think I could beat the Jazz.
My thing is, as long as LeBron and AD are playing, I'm not worried. All this, like in my mind, I just think that LeBron is LeBron is a record nigga. He likes being a nigga who holds records that are like ESPN-y. And
Yeah.
this would be one of those ESPN-y records because he would be the lowest seed to ever win a championship
Mhm.
at this point.
But even beyond
Lowest
that, Phoenix
lower
is
than the Knicks has ever won a championship.
Phoenix got babies in their center and power forward position. So Andre Drummond and fucking AD and LeBron are gonna eat. And our guards, they're not the greatest guards of all time, but they will give Devin Booker and CP3 a problem to play defense.
Yeah.
So I truly believe that, like, I'd rather us play Phoenix than we play the Jazz. And I believe we can beat the Jazz, but the Jazz also are not only well coached, but their chemistry is literally like on 110%. That shit is
They really
crazy.
are
Like
well coached, though.
I watched a few of their games, like just them together. Not only are they well coached, but them niggas like are really they all
Sounds
understand
good.
each other.
That sounds good and all, but that's not a championship.
But yeah,
team.
but we need I know we can beat them though, bro. Like I don't have a problem with
That's
that.
not a championship
Clippers,
team.
Clippers gotta play. They gotta play the Mavericks
I
or
don't.
the
I'm gonna be honest. Y'all want me to be
Knees
honest?
and the knees, knees,
I don't see anybody on that team that.
knees.
knees.
All right, man. Fuck it, man. Y'all see what the
Knee
vibes
time.
is?
Niggas got the knees out.
Y'all see what the fucking vibes is?
It's fucking we
Fucking,
comfortable right now. We talking about basketball. It's time to get comfortable.
I don't think there's anybody on the Jazz that is gonna finish their career with well, I don't want to say anybody. The stars of the Jazz, the niggas who carry the Jazz,
Yeah.
those is not championship niggas. Those
Damn.
is not the niggas that carry you to a championship. No disrespect to you, Donovan Mitchell, but you a beta.
Just disrespect to Rudy Gobert. He's not well. Yeah, because Rudy
Gobert,
Gobert is
you
a
are whatever
big ass
is
croissant
after
bitch.
Yeah, you are whatever is after a beta, my nigga.
Do y'all think the Clippers are gonna beat the Mavericks after they
No.
had so much problems with them niggas last year? Clippers are playing pretty good, but
the
do y'all think
Clippers
they're
are
gonna
a
beat the
wild
Mavericks?
card, man. I don't know what the Clippers are gonna do.
I got
don't
Luka
think they do
averaging
either,
triple
bro.
double.
I think
I got Luka
Luka
averaging triple double on them.
might black on them again.
I got Luka averaging triple double on them. Hitting Paul George with 2 step back game winners.
Okay, so if the Lakers do win, they got to play Denver without Jamal Murray.
Not
Oh,
worried
that's
at
good.
all.
You're not worried about
Not
the
worried
Nuggets?
at all.
I would be worried
I
about the
would,
Nuggets.
Without Jamal Murray, I'm not worried at all.
No, y'all should be worried about the Nuggets.
I would be a little more worried if Jamal Murray was there.
Yeah,
but
I'm
he's
not
not.
worried without
So
Jamal
I
Murray.
don't think I'm as worried as I would be usually. But I am
I
a
feel
little
like
worried.
Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you why y'all should be worried. I'm gonna tell you why you should be
niggas
worried.
say,
I'm gonna tell you why. Because y'all biggest threats is y'all's post presence, right? And
guard
LeBron's
play too. I
IQ.
feel like
And yeah, y'all have solid guard players spotty. But with LeBron, your guard play is immaculate because he reads the floor. You get what I'm saying?
hmm
So your guard play is going to be spectacular, and y'all interior game is great. But your bench, right? What Denver has is the bench and the
depth.
depth
They got
to combat everything y'all have that's coming off the bench. And in the
bro,
playoffs, that matters because you're going to need somebody to guard Ball. You're going to need somebody to guard Michael Porter Jr. You're going to
yeah,
need somebody to guard those guys when LeBron and them need to take a rest. And I don't think y'all have anybody for those guys.
yeah, we don't. Because I'm not
I
trusting
think
Andre Drummond with anything.
I think
You should for the playoffs.
just
But I think we're
in
gonna be
like
good though.
I
Like,
think
I
I
think we'll
think
be good against them.
I think with Jamal Murray out, boy got to prove himself. Michael
Carter Williams? No, it's not him.
oh,
What's the other dude?
what's the nigga name? Light skinned nigga, man.
Oh,
Oh,
Light skinned young nigga, man, with the three names. Or is he a junior?
Michael Porter
Michael
Jr.
Porter Jr. Yeah, if he
Yeah.
get burned and he
He,
wiles out,
but
then we don't have a
he got
problem.
He is going to get
he
burned.
got to actually like do like one of them coming of age things.
He got to have a Jason Tatum type playoffs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would have to happen, and I would have to see Bobo actually like handle like
Yeah.
playoff pressure in minutes to be scared of him. Cause
Now
Yeah.
I know he still got like baby chicken legs,
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
them shits could snap at a moment's
Yeah, I
notice.
see him put it on the floor for real.
Pause.
I have. I've seen
Pause.
him. I've seen him. I've seen
He's
him. I
nice
never
though.
told you.
He could do
Nah,
it.
he is nice.
I'm
He
t-
is nice. I
Denver
ain't
He's
has
nice.
some.
Yeah, they
Denver
have a
has.
lot of crazy
Denver
young
has a
niggas.
lot of crazy young niggas, man. And
That
you know
shit is
what?
actually kind of
I'm
scary.
so wait, hold on. We gotta look at it. We gotta look at it so people can see what I'm talking about, so I can read y'all these names off.
They also got my nigga Will Barton.
He's
Yeah,
a
he a
hooper. He's
bucket.
another one
He a
that's just a
bucket.
hooper. You feel me? He's just a hooper, man.
All
He's
right,
just
I
a
got
hooper
the
that's
list
gonna.
right here. Oh, yo, Trey, you know who they got? The Spanish nigga that you was like, who the fuck
Yeah,
is this nigga name?
the
He mad
Facundo
feisty. He 5'10".
Campazzo.
Facundo Campazzo. We got Bol. We got Will Barton. We got PJ Dozier. We got Aaron Gordon. We got Jermichael Green, Shaquille Harris, Marcus Howard,
Marcus Howard is a gamer, bro.
Nikolai Jokic, JaVale McGee. I forgot they had JaVale. Fuck.
Paul Millsap.
Paul Millsap, Monte, Jamal Murray. He's hurt, but Zeke Nanji.
Get
All
Austin Rivers
I
off my
forgot they
screen.
had Austin Rivers, but he can give
Get him
them
off my screen.
random buckets. They
Yeah.
are super good on paper, but my issue with them for real
Mhm.
is that I've seen Denver lose so many games that they shouldn't have lost only because they didn't have Jamal Murray to be that nigga at the end.
Yeah.
Like
He's done for the season, right?
Jokic is definitely MVP in. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But them other niggas, them niggas have high scoring games. But they usually kind of lose sometimes in these games where I feel like they shouldn't
I
lose.
forgot we just really glossed over the Aaron Gordon, bro.
They do have Aaron Gordon, bro.
Like they
But
have Aaron Gordon. Holy, that's what I mean. Like y'all
They
have
stack.
y'all have somebody for Aaron Gordon if he starts. You have Drummond for Jokic. You have somebody for Barton, but Michael Porter Jr. Let's see, Michael Porter Jr., Paul Millsap, Marcus Howard, who's dumb nice, and the other Spanish guard we said, and then you got JaVale McGee coming off
Pazzo,
the
yeah,
Campazzo, and then you got JaVale McGee coming off the bench. Those guys can run it up.
yeah, that's a fact. And JaVale knows the
The
Lakers.
Lakers, yeah, and he's a dummy, but
So
he's smart.
yeah, he with time and winning championships, he's learned what his role is.
Yeah,
And I could tell when that's why I was tight when we didn't get him back Because when
Yeah.
he's on the floor, like he talks and he makes sure niggas is moving to where they gotta go. And that's why I'd be kind of scared sometimes when we play Denver, even though we smoked them. When we play Denver, like this nigga JaVale gets on the floor and we kind of can't do nothing. And I'll be like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah. Facts. But yo,
Communication, man. That defense
I
Yeah.
communication.
I am like getting so tired. Let's get
Yeah,
to
it's
this
all
final
good.
hate. Let's get to
Yeah,
this
we
final
getting
hate.
final hate. This is my final hate.
Uh,
Who going first? I'll go first. I don't care.
Yeah.
All right. My final hate is for bad feet, man. This summer, like, there's so many ways to moisturize your feet, man. I know, like, it's just getting hot, but like today I saw a lot of bad feet, man. A lot of crusty feet. I need y'all to get y'all moisturizers. I need y'all to get y'all creams. I need y'all to get, you know what I'm saying, your feet gloss, your oils. Um, I need y'all to get some scrubs. If you gonna wear your feet out, like, yo, get everything. You feel me? Don't just
Yeah,
cheat
get the
yourself.
mango still.
Don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself. You feel me? Shine bright like a diamond. It's not ash like a diamond. You feel me? Come on, man. Do better.
That's
if they knew
hilarious.
better. Um, my final hate. My final hate right now is for like all of the food ordering apps and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I need y'all to get a little more variety.
Mm,
I need the range to be a little more vast and shit.
mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
the options is looking meek out here.
Niggas want Hooters wings, bruh.
You feel me? Hooters wings,
Why I
my
can't
nigga.
get that? Because I'm
Hooters
not from
wings.
Queens or Long Island, nigga. You fucking cheater.
Hooters wings. That's what I'm telling you. Hooters wings. All right, thanks.
My final hate is for I don't know, man. I'm trying to think. Let me think of this. Yeah, my final hate is just for everybody now realizing that a police officer and a guy who signed off on one of the worst crime bills of all time. Also, he gave a crime bill to was it Richard Nixon? I think he gave a crime bill in front of Richard Nixon, and Richard drug on Nixon said, "This is too extreme." Those people regretting voting for them. Like, only because, like, this is going to be the time I'm on my high horse about this shit. But you niggas should have known. He was on the Breakfast Club telling y'all not black if y'all don't vote for him. I'm going to be honest. I don't listen to anything white people tell me. And the second he said that, I knew I wasn't going to vote. So
I don't like you telling me about my blackness, brother.
I'm black, nigga, and I didn't vote for you. Suck my dick. That's just how I feel. Fuck you, Joe Biden. Fuck you, Kamala Harris. I can't believe you guys are doing this and not saying anything. Like, there's a lot of fucking crazy shit happening with the money you gave these people. And I'm not saying shit. You
Oh,
bitches.
are they wilding? Oh. But yeah, man. Thank y'all for pulling up to another Haters Ball show, man. We definitely coming back with probably another chaos report next week. You feel me? Ramadan
Facts.
over, so it's lit. We about to turn up on the streaming shit. Is lit. Um, we gonna be back next week. I don't know if I'm gonna stream this weekend. I might. So if you see me pop up, pull up, man. We gonna
I'm
turn up for
definitely
sure.
streaming this weekend.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't know
So
if I'm streaming tonight. I got to think about it. I got to eat some food and then think
yeah,
about it.
yeah. Flying it. So again, thank y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Let's get a hate chain. Get up out of here.
Facts, facts.
Yo, hey,